Boxing is thought by some to be a violent and aggressive sport, but it may just be what saved this young man's life. Just over a year ago, David's aggression wasn't being taken out on these punching pads, but on his family.
He would use violence. He would bang the door, kick the door, use knives, and he would want to beat me. You know, he even beat me. He would bully the sister, the brother.
As a child, David had been the victim of abuse. Several years ago, his mother decided to move herself and her children away from their home country to New Zealand to get a fresh start.
Every time when the dad beat David, I would have to fence my son, otherwise he probably would be paralyzed now with broken spine or broken bones, you know, because he's a little boy, he's very small, so with the punches and the kick, David can't withstand.
If he's angry, he'll beat us up, and that's it. That's him.
James.
Because I'm like 6, 7. I'm like, still little, can't protect myself. Yeah. Helpless little kid.
But moving countries wasn't enough. The cycle so often seen in domestic violence had begun, and before long, David started mimicking the behaviours he had seen growing up.
He's like, he did say that, you know, I can beat you because Dad beat you. So scary that you wouldn't want him to be at home. You just want to throw him out in the sea and feed the sharks. Yeah.
Eve knew she needed help and found it through the community organisation Family Works. They help those dealing with family violence.
Often boys treat their mothers like that if that's how their fathers have treated them. And so Eve just wanted some help with how to reconnect with David and gain that respect. I just talked to her a bit about different ways of taking back the parenting rather than being abused, really. And so I encouraged her to ring 111 if she was frightened, and that the police would come and support her, and maybe David would learn something through that.
At one point, I think the relationship between me and my son is like a broken bridge. I can't go across the other side. And it's like with them coming around, they are like the engineering company that mend the broken bridge, and we could relate each other again.
The support of Family Works kick-started David in the right direction. But another huge turning point for David was when he tried out a boxing class at a local gym.
A lot of young fellas come here and that's how they release whatever pent-up anger they've got, just hitting the bags. But you got to do it in a controlled fashion, so it's a bit of both. It's a bit of releasing your anger, but also learning to control it as well.
Rather than like going home and hit my sister to lose my anger or yell at home like real loud, I can like just do pads here, shout when I'm doing pads, and that's release my anger like every single day.
The people there are very supportive, and he felt like a family, and he felt wanted. I think the most important to David is he felt love, he felt wanted, and people teach him, you know. So he just feel like part of it, part of the team.
Kind of pride ourselves on our just kind of family atmosphere, particularly amongst our fighters. We're all good friends, we all eat at each other's house, and we're always in close proximity. You're hours and hours you spend with each other training, so we're pretty tight. Where'd you get?
Eugene, yeah, a real good person. Look after me, yeah.
Half beat.
Like a bigger brother to us, to me.
David has competed in 3 amateur fights and is having great success. Thanks to this supportive environment, the help of Family Works, and the unconditional love of his mother, David has made a dramatic turnaround. And he's got a much brighter future ahead of him.
You know, he wasn't often going to school. He's now a top student. He's caring for other kids. He's just, yeah, it's lovely.
I'm joining the army. Yeah, then study in the army. If I can, I'll just like a couple of years later, I got life experience in the army. From the army, I'll just leave the army and join the police force.
Excellent fight.
If I'm back in my own country, probably my son is gone. I've lost my son, but I found him again, and he has a future. He has got a future.
Auckland has